Get 3 months of local news for just 99 cents a month. You'll get unlimited access to the news you need to stay engaged and connected to your community. Visit BrainerdDispatch.com/subscribe to get 3 months of local news for only 99 cents a month. Good morning, Brainerd Lakes area. It's Friday, February 13th. I'm Teresa Burke with your Brainerd Dispatch Minute, the weekday podcast of the Brainerd Dispatch, brought to you by Rayboyne & Francis Law Firm, catching you up on the news of the Brainerd Lakes area. Here are today's top local headlines. But first, let's hear from our sponsor.
Remember just two things. Rayboyne & Francis, good. Insurance companies, bad.
Rayboyne & Francis gets it done. 828-9211.
A ribbon-cutting ceremony this week celebrated the completion of a large-scale remodel project at Central Lakes College. The $11.5 million project renovated the student services and academic support space on the Brainerd campus. Crews worked to create a new welcome center and centrally located services to help students easily find what they need. CLC President Harris Charlier said the college has always had the people to help students be successful, and now it has the space to match. I've got the full story in today's e-edition and at BrainerdDispatch.com. 4 people arrested after a bank fraud scheme in August were sentenced in Crow Wing County District Court. Melissa Will and Daryl Fontanelle were sentenced to 3 years of supervised probation, while Erica Jimenez received 6 months of supervised probation. Kiana Moore received a stay of adjudication and was sentenced to 6 months of unsupervised probation. All 4 people are from New York. The fraud scheme included attempts to withdraw money with false IDs at Mid-Minnesota Federal Credit Union in Brainerd. Reporter Tim Spire has more on the case in today's Dispatch e-edition and online. Cass County Commissioner Rusty Lillyquist died on February 7th of a stroke. Lillyquist was elected to the board in 2024 but had served prior to that as well. He was the owner of Rusty's Up North Realty in Longville and also worked as a fishing guide. A memorial service for Lillyquist will take place at 11 a.m. tomorrow at Salem Lutheran Church in Longville. Visitation will begin at 10 a.m. For the 8th year in a row, the American Parent Advisory Committee at Brainerd Public Schools issued a vote of non-concurrence to the school board. A new set of recommendations presented during this week's board meeting is now in place for the coming year to meet the needs of Indigenous students in the district. Read more on the efforts in today's Dispatch e-edition. Crow Wing County Commissioners were invited to meet with Congressman Pete Stauber next Tuesday at the historic courthouse in Brainerd. The meeting is expected to take place from noon to 1 p.m. Topics suggested for discussion include a Nokasippi River Bridge, road funding issues, and an update from Stauber on what's happening at the federal government. Check out the full story in today's e-edition. From former Dispatch publisher Terry McCullough's column, This Was Brainerd, Exploring the Dispatch Archives, here's today's tidbit of local history, brought to you by Mills Automotive Group. 20 years ago today, in 2006, the Dispatch reported that the night before a Lakes area landmark restaurant was planning to serve stuffed lobsters to Valentine's Day diners, Ivan's on the Bay was engulfed in flames. A nearby liquor store was spared. Ray and Jean McCabe had purchased the restaurant in 2004 from Ivan and Marlene Hudala, who opened it in 1984. For a daily dose of This Was Brainerd, visit BrainerdDispatch.com or find McCullough's column in the newspaper or e-edition. Now here's today's Lakes area forecast, brought to you by JN Tree Service and Landscaping.
Storm Tracker.
Happy Friday, Brainerd Lakes area. We're looking at another mild day in February with a good mix of clouds and sunshine today. Temperatures topping out in the low 40s by the afternoon time and light and variable winds, so that pleasantness is going to carry on over into Valentine's Day tomorrow. Looking at, again, partly cloudy skies, low 40s for the afternoon and light and variable winds throughout the day, but that does mean that there could be some fog development in the evening time for tomorrow into Sunday with mainly cloudy skies for the day, and those winds are going to become a little bit light out of the southwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour, but temperatures in the mid-40s by the afternoon. We'll keep those mild temperatures rolling through the start of next week until a little bit of a cool down on Tuesday is our next chance of seeing some wintry mixed precipitation, so some slick roads possible, especially in the middle of the week as we see that transition into snow as temperatures get back into the 20s and even teens later next week. This is Storm Tracker meteorologist Stefan Sendy.
Thanks to Mills Automotive Group, Ray Boyd and Francis Law Firm, and JN Tree Service and Landscaping for their support. And thank you for listening to the Brainerd Dispatch Minute. For more news throughout the day and for information on becoming a subscriber, visit BrainerdDispatch.com. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you on Monday.